I was just recording a video and I interrupted it. I accidentally hit the wrong button. So I'm trying to talk to mom, the role of mom. Um, I got a lot out, but a lot of it's still trapped, and I'm frustrated as hell right now because I can't speak. I can't. Why is it so hard to understand that I can't communicate? I can't get the thoughts in my head that I want to put into the words that I want to make, because I don't have the ability to store them. That's what's broken in my head. You formulate words in your head to say to people, and then you say them. I forget what those words are. I can't. I don't even know what it is. Memorize my lines. Okay. Let me explain to you what this means. Okay. I'll use this through metaphor. Okay. I'll use the role of mom since I'm trying to address mom. I'll try and continue in that perspective. Okay, so mom, um, the mishmash of memories I have in my head of what a mother is, um, TV and Carol and Leanne and everybody out there, and hopefully Carol's listening to this because I'm hopefully trying to get it to her. But you wake up, the 30-something-year-old you that I remember in the 90s, I guess. You wake up, or when you were living with us, I'm sorry, so in the 80s. So you wake up in the morning and you you weren't working, you were just living at home. So I think so. Yeah, so let's go to that. When you weren't working, you were just being a mother. Um, you wake up and you're in your own bedroom. You're outside of that environment where the kids are, and you can get dressed. You're still naked. You can think about other things than the family. Your private, intimate things you can think about. So you wake up in that state, and then you slowly get dressed in costume for the role of mother, and you prepare for the day. But what you're doing is you're also in your mind preparing for the role of mother. Okay, you're going to act a part and be a mother for the day and deal with those four children. I have to think to remember these things. Let's see. Um, so you prepare for that role. You get dressed in the costume of the mother, and you open that door and you step out and you are on stage. Um, and 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 this is a description, a metaphor of how, so you can understand what's going on with me. Okay, so this is what you've done. You've gotten dressed and you've gone through wardrobe in your trailer, your intimate space where no one goes, your private trailer. Um, you've gotten dressed in wardrobe. You've gotten your script out, which is just you thinking, okay, what I gotta do today. So you're going through your script, and then you step out, and you've already memorized your lines of what you're gonna say to the children to get them ready for school or not, because you're thinking about what to say to the kids. And that's you memorizing your lines, because what you do is you're a live actor. You perform what your role as mother, as you don't have lines or script. You have just general guide that you follow, and no one's there to tell you what to say and whatnot. Well, there actually is. It's deep inside you. So the action that you do is being directed by this voice inside you, and I'm glad I brought that up because it does help explain things better. Um, Sorry, I looked out because the boat's facing a completely different way than it was facing when I was recording video 10 minutes ago. So you do this role, and as you're in this role and things happen in your role as mother. For example, I break something and you have to come over and deal with it. You interact with me in that role. For example, if you'd have woken up and you were going to work that day at Measurement Variables, you would have woken up as a different mother, and also a person who works at measurement variables that dispenses with the role of mother once that role of mother once you've left for work, so that you can take on just the role of working at measurement variables, um, or working as a secretary or whatever work you did, Mom, in general. I happen to be watching this too. So that's what we're talking about. So another mom or another person might take on the role of being a social worker or something else that day. So they're able to do these things where they can act live. Well, the difference with me is how you see me is how I always am. I'm always in my bedroom, behind my closed doors, in my trailer, if you will. I'm always looking at my lines, but I never have a working script with me. I never have an idea in my head. I can't do that because the thing in my brain that memorizes those lines, that I didn't describe that well enough to you to understand it. Okay, so as you're doing your live acting, you interact with people, myself included, specifically from that role. If mother, for example, if your role is mother, then you're not concerned about going to work or doing anything else. Then your role is just mother. Then your lines are based on, okay, well, I don't have to go anywhere else today. You just think through, I don't have to go anything else today. So, okay, so what I'll tell him is blah blah blah. And if you were at work or you were, whatever like that, you were talking to your boss, you wouldn't be in the role of mother and interacting with your boss. Oh, well, that's, you wouldn't talk to your boss like you were talking to your son, because you know that they're different roles. Well, that part of your mind that forms those words to talk to your boss, as opposed to if it was your son you were talking to, doesn't exist for me. I can't do that. I can't take on the role of son or worker or whatever and interact with someone. I don't have wardrobe. I don't have a script. I don't have a director. I am the director. And I can't both be the director and the actor, because I can't tell myself what to say. But guess what? That's what I'm doing. I have to do this without wardrobe, without costume, without script, without a director, because I am the director trying to direct the action of the actor that doesn't exist. So maybe that helps you understand. I don't know. But I don't have the ability anymore to remember those words that I want to say so that you'll understand me, so that I know you'll understand me based on all the thoughts I have. See, one of the things I forgot was this conversation I was going to have with you about why I am able to converse better at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's actually 5 o'clock now in the morning. Is because I've slept, and I can only sleep 4 hours at a time. So after I've slept 4 hours, there is no me, no roles built up during the day because of my interactions with what's going on and whatnot. So it's just raw me, my raw thoughts. But there's this thing in my head that can't remember my lines, and so that's what it is. So I've got that voice in your head that gives you those lines. That's your director. So to respond to me, your director is inside of you giving you lines. You memorize those lines, and then you deliver them. Well, I'm the director inside you giving you those lines, but there's no me to give them to. So there's no place, there's no hand-to-hand scripture. There's no place to write those lines down. And so when I, the actor, which obviously there's someone here because you're seeing me and I'm talking. So when I try to say those lines, they're not there anymore. So I have to go back to the director and he can't tell me because he's not there anymore, because I'm interacting with you. I'm not in my head making those lines. I'm just out here acting with you, interacting with you. So I'm like an actor without a director, and a director without an actor. And how do you explain that? So the most important thing I wanted to convey in this is that to you, Mom, all of you, don't get hung up with who you were and how you treated your children. You know, um, I guess all of you can and should to some extent, because you have these personality things, these actor-director combination things. But for me, and for others like me who just want to know what happened, don't be the person we forgave. Don't be the person that did the things to us. That's you aren't that person anymore. You know, you didn't torture me and force me to admit I got into cookies I didn't get into. Forget it. I did. You know, I don't care about, I don't see you. When I remember that, I told you, I can't see any motion pictures of anybody because I can't see them for who they were, because I have to interact with who they are. And I can't do that if you're trying to be who you were. I don't, again, specifically Carol, you're 7 years old. I don't know you. I don't know a damn thing about you. I don't know what you've done the last week, the last month, the last year, the last 10 years, the last 20 years, even 30 actually. I don't know anything about who you are. You're developing character, developing personality. I'm not. I'm who I am for the day. I develop a new character and personality every day. I'm kind of been able to hang on to it longer than that, but I'm not more than me 6 days old. I'm not the same person I was 7 days ago. I don't know who that person was. I'm certainly not the same person I was a year ago, or 2 years ago, or 10 years ago, or 30 years ago. Or I'm 54. I was 17. So 37 years ago. I'm certainly not who I was 37 years ago. So I need you to not expect me to be that person, and please also not not expect that I expect you to be that person. I can't. Anyway, I'm trying to remember and organize my thoughts, because I can't remember what I said before, what I'm trying to say, and what I've said so far in this one. So, yeah, I know it's hard to watch videos. It's hard to watch me. But, if you care, that's all I'm looking for, is someone that cares. If you care to know what's going on in here, the real me, what I'm trying to say, then why don't you just watch? How many people get to the end? How many people are looking at their timer on the video, or the thing on the bottom, and it says 13:38 or 7:09 or whatever it is on yours, and going like, oh my God, how much longer I gotta listen to this? How do you think I feel when I have to watch these things? But this is all I am. This is all I can ever do, and all you can think to do is criticize and chastise and put me down for it. I don't care. I'm not mad. I don't know what to be mad at. I don't know who to be mad at. I'm trying to imagine in my mind who you are. I have a little bit better understanding because I heard your voice, but specifically Carol. But Leanne, for example, I don't even know if you're alive. I mean, I'm trying to imagine you in your home still in Magazine. I hope you're still there. I guess you're still there, but maybe you're both in a retirement home. I don't know. I heard you weren't doing well health-wise, that you had no discs in your back, you were in a wheelchair. I don't know what you are now. I don't know who you are now. I don't know. You're the result of your life up to now. I don't remember who you were ever, so and I don't know what you've done. Only things I know are what the very few things I remember. And they're not very many things, they're not very good. But I don't know who you are now. I don't know anything about you. So I don't know who you are now, today. And who you are today only reflects what's inside that director writing lines for you. What have you learned in life? And, when any of you come back and respond and defend yourself for what you did to me back then, all you're doing is becoming that person again that I needed to forgive when I forgave, I guess. I mean, why would I be talking to you if I didn't forgive you? Or hadn't forgiven you? Oh, okay, I need this information. Well, Carol's a source of information. She might know. I think she adopted me. At least that, sure, her name's on my social security as my mother, so legally she's my mother, so must have adopted me. So why do you have to tell me you didn't? I'm confused. Do you remember it that way, really, honestly? Is my memory wrong? I can't know, because there's other things in there that are said that are lies. Especially about caring. I mean, I don't need you to make me feel any certain way. I'm the only one that can make myself feel a certain way. And, just tell me the truth. Why am I the way I am? Leanne, I don't care that you fucked around with fucking everybody, Good for you. Fuck. You think I'd criticize you for fucking around on Chester? Oh my god. Fucking good. Wow. I mean, my mom fucked around. She was a fucking slut. Oh, yes. That's what women should be. You got it. Fucking use it. Oh, fuck. I thought you were a fucking stiff, uptight bitch that didn't have fucking fun with anybody. Oh my god. My mom had fun. Wow. She was like the fucking talk of the town, some fucking hick hillbilly, blonde-headed, bimbo comes to fucking Norwalk and starts showing everybody up and becoming Miss Popular. It's like, wow, that's my mom. Damn, I'm related to someone that, wow, don't hide who you were from me. Fuck. I'm trying to be proud of myself. God. And if if you fucked around outside of the species, really, I'm part dog? Oh, cool. I don't care, what you did. I'm not saying you did. I'm sorry, I'm not saying you did. That's not the implication of it. I'm just saying, I'm going to extremes. I don't care what you did, God, I'm trying to find out who my father is, because obviously I'm not related to William. And who the fuck is Dana related? I mean, did you really fuck Bob? Yeah, you were fucking around. Okay, cool. Who were you fucking around with when I was born? When I was conceived? I'd kind of like to know. Was it some rich guy in Orange County? Seriously? Am I related to someone? No, I'm not going to go to some rich guy and say, hey, I'm your son, I want money. No, fuck, no. No. I'm going to go to a rich guy and say, you're poor compared to how I'm going to be if people stop fucking censoring me. I'm fucking better than everyone else. Not because I think I am, because I've done the fucking work to sort shit out and figure it all out, and I got past all the hangups everyone else has. So yeah, I'm better than you because I fucking did the work. I don't need to go to some fucking old man and say, or his family, and say, hey, is actually you're actually my family. You're actually my father. Give me fucking money, or I don't want anything. I just want to look at you and go, really? Or, oh, I was wrong. Oh. I want to fucking know. I want to be right. I don't want to be complete or this or that. I want to be right. I'm trying to be right. Because I don't assume I am. I'm wrong about who I am. I am wrong about who my father is. I assumed for 54 and over a half years now, or is it 50 and a half years? I don't know how old I am. That my father was Chester William Dollier, a very abusive psychopath who liked to run around fucking showing off his body to people and fucking every fucking woman he could fucking come across, maybe as a fucking life challenge, and had no problem abusing the fuck out of people to the point of, I don't know, did Chester kill anybody? He almost did, beat both my mother and my stepmother to within inches of their lives, black and blue hair pull, Jesus, why am I so much different than everyone else in the family? I just want to know, and this is why this is to all mothers. Please, I don't care that you fucked around and had sex with someone else and that I was born. I just want to know who I am. Why am I the way I am? Is it genetic? Is it environment? I mean, if it's the way I am, then, well, shit. You should fucking want to know, let me know who my father is. Because, if that better explains why I'm this way that you don't like, well, put it off on someone else if that's what you need to do. But please, don't hide from me who my father was. What is the other half of me genetically? It has something to do with who I am and how I react to the world. Because genes are how we interact with the world. So, what's the other half of me? Please tell me who my father was.